and welcome to my future master bathroom. We're breaking ground. I guess we kind of already did that because we have all the drywall in, but we're about to start finishing up the mudding and taping. I did the walls, the mudding and taping this past weekend. I didn't film that because I just want to get in here and get something started. I was having a really hard time getting started. So now I feel a little bit better about it. All the walls are mud and taped as far as we're doing that. Now I gotta mud and tape the ceilings, which is actually my least favorite thing to do because I usually get mud all in my hair. But here we go. We're gonna start with hot mud, which is the stuff that dries hard as a rock, because I have a spot. This spot up here, I already put one layer of hot mud on it, but you see there's still some cracks and crevices. There was a really big area here that needs to be filled. Also, I'm not looking forward to mudding and taping this corner and floating it, really, because that's a message for me that says, sorry Lindsey, the boys. So that means that when they hung the drywall in here, they knew that that spot was going to be really difficult for me. Yeah, that's probably never a good sign when that starts happening. But I've also been working on the closet at the same time, so also those walls are done in there. We just have to get our ceiling done, and then we're gonna do all the corners. Voila. Super duper soupy, so I'm concerned. The box of mud that I had was like a little bit old, and it has like bits and pieces of crap in it because like some of the mud solidified around the edge, and I should have just taken it back, but I wanted to get started. But now that I've let it sit with water on top, it like absorbed most of that water instead of me being able to pour it off. So now it's soupy. So I'm thinking, like, should I not use it? Because I'll just have to pour it out somewhere. But it's gonna get all in my hair. Oh well, it's just gonna get all in my hair, I guess. But we're gonna keep mudding and taping. And you don't put soap in your mud and tape layer. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I did that once in the dining room on one of the walls. And I had to redo anything that bubbled up. But yeah, so this is just plain mud. I got another box of mud for doing the floating because it's a brand new box of mud. It shouldn't be dry and crusty and all that stuff. I've had a little bit of trouble with Lowe's boxes of mud though. They seem to be a little older maybe, I don't know. But they've got like crusty bits on top that I have to pick off before I put it in my bucket, or that's gonna be in my wall in my finished product. But all right, let's get goop in our hair. Let's go.
So when I'm mudding and taping, my goal is to have as little raw edges of this tape as possible. So I'm going through and I'm doing like little sections off of my big run, and then I'll do the big run last. That way I won't have any raw edges except maybe, you know, the corners. But actually, I won't have the corners either, because when I go over the mud and tape with the corners, that'll cover that up and we'll have factory edges everywhere with the tape. It's just easier to cover, and when you're sanding, it doesn't get, you know, it doesn't cut into it as easily. Now I've got the big run for those nice clean tape lines, but I did have to cut out some of this. That way I can level out this joint a little bit better. Starting the inner ceiling corners. I cannot say corners. I keep saying quarters, so this is what we get. Maybe I'll get corners right this time. But this is really when it starts to come together and become a really nice room, is once you start closing in all the gaps, filling all the nail holes, and then you really get to see how high those 9-foot ceilings are. It really just starts to feel big and grand.
I'm just kind of winging it with the angled verticals, the corners here. They're not perfect 90s, so I can't get like a bead like I used on all the corners. I'm gonna do corner beads around the entrance, which I gotta go get those. So that's something I'll have to float out and add to this before I start floating. So that's, I'm gonna go get those. Now that it stopped raining, I can get them in my SUV. Or now that the ice is gone, we can go get them in my car, my SUV, instead of Jay's truck, because they just fly out. But yeah, I'm just winging it, and I'm hoping that this tape stays. This little alcove here that I'm working on, I'm not too worried about that, because I am gonna do a built-in right there, and it's gonna have like shelves. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put doors on the bottom or not. I think the toilet might be too close, but maybe I'll be able to put like 2 double doors on the bottom. Make a little cabinet like where it's a little bit bigger on the bottom. Maybe it takes up the whole space, and then the top shelves are recessed a little bit, something like that. So it's just extra storage for like toilet paper or anything that we might want in the bathroom. Storage is not a bad thing. We love some built-in storage. And since I don't have any in this house, any built-in storage at this point would be good. I'm gonna continue on with all of the corners, upper corners, and then verticals. I'm doing the verticals as I go, just so I don't have to get back up and move the ladder around too much in here. I feel like with this bathroom, I'm gonna learn a lot because we're doing our own shower curb, we're doing our own shower pan, we're building that up. And we're doing like a wet room situation with the shower in front of the garden tub. So I think that it's gonna look really nice and luxurious, which was my plan all along. I wanted like a really nice master bathroom that you would want to come into and like, it looked like a heavenly place to take a bath. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going for. That's just a lot of tile. It's starting to feel like a lot of tile. We're gonna take it one project at a time. So I'm trying to think about that. Like, we're gonna finish off the drywall. That's in the next couple weeks. And then we will paint. I just have to figure out a paint color. I'm wanting green again, but I think I need to pick out my tiles before I do that. But then we're gonna do all the membrane, so that's all waterproof and all that good stuff. And then we'll move on to actually tiling. But I do need to have something in mind so I know what paint color. I can always just prime it and leave it, but I'd rather have it painted before we start tiling and all that good stuff. But anyway, big plans. We're gonna learn a lot in this bathroom. We'll learn it together.
Side by side, our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
It's a new day and all of the drywall, all the mud and tape is on the walls and the ceiling and all the corners. The only place I have left to do is the corner beads on this hallway, or on this closet entry. We decided to not do trim because we had some weird areas where it might be difficult. Like, see, this strip is not very thick, so we wouldn't really be able to get a good amount of trim on there. So we decided to go ahead and just enclose this and make it drywall. But I did have to get some corner beads. These are what I ended up getting, the little papered ones, and those are gonna go. Jay already cut them for me, so he cut them so they'll go at an angle and go up there. So there's 4 of those that I'm about to put on here. That's the last thing I have to do before I can start adding soap to the drywall and start floating all this out. So today the goal is to put these corner beads on and float out at least half the walls, because then it has to dry. I do like opposite walls because the corners, you can't work in the corners very well if they're not dry. At least I can't. I always mess them up. So that's what the goal is today. I'm going to put the corner beads on, then start on 2 opposite walls in the closet. Then I'll move to the bathroom, and then we'll just kind of have to gauge how it goes from there to see when everything dries.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away? Show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind?
All right, I got these on both sides, inside the closet and outside. Of course, as we float this, you won't see any of the paper or anything. This is just the first layer to kind of cover this up. With that, all of the mud and tape for the entire house is done. Yep, we are done with mudding and taping. 1,900 square feet, done. So yeah, now we can move on to floating. But I want to thank you so much for watching today, watching us get started on this bathroom. The beginning of the end, really. Well, not really, because we've got so much to do, but the beginning of the end of finishing up the walls and the major renovation type stuff. I can't wait till I get to the fun stuff like built-ins and you know, pretty kitchen things and all that. I can't wait. And we're gonna build out the laundry room. It's gonna be really nice, in the pantry. Even got something planned in the living room for a built-in, because you know I love my built-ins. And my office, I'd love to get back there and get that started. A nice little bookshelf and desk area. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to chat with you in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It really makes me wonder.